Welcome to tonight's wind down session with your host, Cynthia Newell. I hope you are ready to relax and release the day and get prepared for sound sleep and sweet dreams. I had an interesting experience the other day, and I wanted to share that experience, but also get you to thinking about the symbols that God uses to send you messages, to confirm or reaffirm, to give you direction, clarity, and guidance. And so the other day, I decided to go into work a couple of hours later than what I normally go. So I didn't have any particular thing that I needed to do. I just wanted to give myself some time to slow down and just take my time that morning. So as I'm driving to work, it's time for me to go. And as I'm driving, I noticed that there's this turtle in the middle of the road with his head sticking straight up. And it was so interesting for me to notice that. I don't know if you've ever experienced in life where you're moving at a pretty steady pace, but it seems like in a moment things just kind of slow down. They do it in the movies and it's so fascinating to me. But in that moment, my spirit slowed down and I took notice of the turtle. And I'm like, that's odd. But actually, initially, I did not think that that's odd. Initially, what I thought was, oh my God, I hope no one runs over the turtle. And so when I get to work and I get myself settled, I decided to go for a walk like a few hours after working. And I said, a turtle in the middle of the road, that's a spirit message for me. Usually when things are just unorthodox and you don't see it regularly, I've learned from my life that those are spiritual messages. And so another example is the cardinal bird. So the cardinal bird always, I'm not exaggerating, the cardinal bird always appears in my life at a moment of needing clarity, in a moment of needing reassurance. I'll have questions about something, I'll pray about it, have a conversation with God about it, and at the end of that conversation, I may feel good, I may feel resolved, I may feel as though I have clear, sound direction. And then lo and behold, a cardinal bird will fly by. It'll land on a tree right next to where I'm at. It will be very visible for me. So many instances where this has happened in my life. God uses animals to send us spiritual messages. God uses animals to send us messages of clarity, where we are in life, what we're needing, the type of support that we're needing. The turtle came at such a valuable time. That message came at such an intricate time in my life. And so let me give you the backstory about what had happened. So something had happened that made me feel as though I was being overlooked, and who I am and what I have to offer, the world does not feel valued or seen, and that I didn't matter. And so I was a lot frustrated to be honest. But here in my present day life, I am being given opportunities and invitations to deeply explore what true joy and happiness is for me, and to connect to a new experience for my life. And so When I did a little research about the turtle, the spirit message was to reconnect with the rhythm of my life. And so if you've been following me for quite some time, I've shared my journey, and part of my journey, I did a podcast called The Day I Found Myself, and it's here on YouTube, but it chronicled a 9-year span of my life where, after I had come out of a very tumultuous time in my life, I had lost the rhythm of my life because of all of the tragedy, all of the trauma, all of the tough experiences that I had in marriage, in motherhood, financially. I lost my ability to trust in myself, in my decisions, in love, in life, in faith. And so now here I am in a season of life where I am being invited to elevate my life, to go to another level. And it requires me to reconnect to the rhythm of life, my life. I am a woman of faith, and I have experienced many awesome, only God can do experiences in my life because of faith. But when I experienced those other things, I kind of lost faith. I lost faith in love, and that you could reciprocate, what you give out. And so this turtle was asking me, or encouraging me, to reconnect to the rhythm of my life and to let go of unnecessary stress and worry. I think about things that I cannot control, and that causes and creates unnecessary stress and worry in my life. The turtle was inviting me to feel safe and secure on this life journey, because when you experience certain things, you can feel like even God doesn't have your back. Like God is just abandon you and you're just out here all alone, which is never the case. The turtle was encouraging me to reflect on the bigger picture. Sometimes I get so wrapped up in the intricate details of life that I forget the bigger picture. The bigger picture is I'm not here for a long time. And do I want to spend my time being miserable, or do I want to spend my time making memorable moments with the people that I love? When I get to the end of my life, do I want to have a bunch of regrets, or do I want to have a bunch of things that I can smile about and be happy and joyous about? And so this turtle was not just a random thing in the road, a random animal in the road. It was inviting me to get back to trusting my instincts and trust the process. Even when I don't know the when, what, where, how, why, I can still move forward and take slow and steady steps. And so I want to ask you tonight, as you are preparing for rest, what symbols, what random things are appearing in your environment that you may be dismissing clues from heaven about how to handle a situation, about how to move forward with something on your job, or something related to your finances or your family, your money. Don't dismiss the symbols. Don't dismiss the whispers from heaven. Animals carry a lot of wisdom. And so pay attention to the animals that you may see in your dreams. They don't just appear just to appear. They have a message for you. And so I hope tonight's wind down session has been a blessing for you, and that it ushers you into sweet dreams and sound sleep. Good night.